Sunny. Mr. Sunny Paul. He was an ex-GM of Fitness First, yeah. And today he's let him tell you his story. Secondly, I would like to invite Dr. Prema, my very dear friend from the university. She's teaching masters and PhD students. So she's a lecturer for a PhD program. And thirdly, I would like to call Vijay. Vijay, a very dear friend. She has been a nurse in UK and also in the Middle East for 40 years. Wow. So very experienced in the medical line. So I would like them to come out and share with you. Yeah, thank you.
Hi, good evening. Well, no voice already. Okay, anyway, my name is Sunny. Actually, I'm your brother. Okay, and it was my girlfriend who brought her to the dinner, knowing nothing. And I remember I was in, but I don't know what for also, for that 1 year. Alright, so when my girlfriend joined, both of them came in. She used my name to come in for a year plus. And to be honest, I don't know why I'm in that time. All I know is that she asked me to take the products because being in the corporate world is quite stressful. So I have gouts, I have some diabetes. So that 1 year, surprisingly, the product helps me. Okay, so it helps my gout, totally gone. Okay, then my diabetes is under control, no medication at all. Okay, so what surprised me was during the 2015-16, while just taking the product, it was my girlfriend, because this our company, he gives EA form. Okay, so the EA form was shocked to me when her EA form doing part-time was 100 over 1,000. Okay, so that was a bit surprising. Okay, me being a GM working 9 to 5, like no life kind of thing, also 100 over 1,000 a year, and she worked like 5 hours, 8 hours a week, and she's getting that amount of money per year. Okay, that shocked me. So I just go through the Jeunesse thing, and to be honest, you really have to use your open mind and your heart to really look into it. Okay? If you were closed a bit like me that time, I wasn't sure, but facts actually tells the truth. Her EA form, that surprised me. So after some research, it all actually is realistic. Okay, so as I go by, so I tried doing part-time, and right now I'm full-time. I already achieved my Sapphire 50 in last year. Okay, so to be honest, just trust your heart, be open mind, look into it thoroughly. Definitely is a good opportunity. All right, thank you. I'll pass it to Dr. Prema.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, I was actually introduced to this product by my dear friend Janice in 2014. Well, it was at that time that my younger sister was diagnosed with cancer in Australia. And so when Janice actually told me about this product, and actually I saw the impact it had on her. And speaking to Janice's husband, who is really a very intellectual guy, and I like intellectual guys, you see. I mean, I like all intellectual people. So he actually talked to me facts. And coming from a family of doctors, you know, my in-laws are doctors, my sister is a doctor, my daughter is a doctor, and so on. So the medical talk appeals to me, you see. So when they actually spoke about the products, and I saw that it made sense medically, so that's when I decided to join. And I introduced it to my sister in Australia. My sister was convinced as well. She too went through the product information and all, and she said yes, she will give it a shot. And so after her chemo, you know, when she lost her hair and she was very tired and all that, she started taking the reseve. And she felt very much better. She was convinced that the result was something that was going to help her. And so she took it, and that was 2014, now 2020, 6 years ago. She's perfectly fine. the cancer never came back again. And hers was actually a very aggressive form of cancer. And I'm so relieved that my darling sister is still around for me, Now then, my brother was also introduced to this product, and he had this friend in England who was diagnosed with first stage bladder cancer. This friend is a runner, and what the doctor told him was, we will scrape the inside of the bladder, and then you just need to wait for 3 months and come back again, and if, for instance, the cancer has come back, then we will have to remove the entire bladder and you need to have a urine bag. And this friend was really very, very let down and very, very upset about the whole thing, and he told it to my brother. So my brother told him, why don't you try this reseve? Because it actually, because of the way in which the product works, it can actually help to the body to fight the cancer. And so what he told him to do was take 3 sachets of reseve for the 3 months. So after the 3 months, he went for his checkup and everything was fine. He never had to go through chemo, and in fact the doctor was very surprised because he said usually it does come back. So, so a guy like that who is a runner, so his life has changed. So to me, what I did helped my sister's life to change. What I did helped my friends, my brother's friend's life to change. And then I had another very dear friend whose husband, who at that time he was about 70 something, he was diagnosed with 4th stage colorectal cancer. So they had to remove his entire colon, and he had to use that, that bag, Well, since he's 70 something and he had to go through the whole chemo, and my friend was really very shattered by it. Well, she was introduced by Janice to the product, and so, and we actually saw what the impact it had on her husband. Because after taking the product, the husband became so much better. He's now about 82, he's still very active, driving around, and so 4th stage colorectal cancer for a 70-something-year-old man. And after just the first bout of chemo and whatever, no more. He's perfectly fine. He's totally cancer-free. So what I'm saying is, my sister in Australia, my brother's friend in England, my friend's husband here in Malaysia. So which means location is not an issue. You can influence people through this Jeunesse platform because of global convergence. You can influence somebody not even directly, but even indirectly, and to change people's life. And I had a friend, a neighbor, she also, like my sister, she also had breast cancer. I went next door and I actually told her about this product. I gave her my sister's testimony and I told her, why don't you try it after your chemo? And she said, I'm a government servant. All my medical care has been taken by the government, right? So therefore, I go to the hospital, it's all free, so I would rather remain that way. I said, but this is your life. She says, no, I'm not used to it, right? I don't want to do it. Within a year, after her chemo, within a year, the cancer went into her bones, and sadly, she's gone today. So what I'm saying is, right, we really do not know. So why, as long as all of us are intelligent, we are all educated, information is freely available to us to double check, to confirm, to validate, to ensure the credibility, the reliability, it's all there. Everything is there, the information is there. It's just a matter of whether you want to act on that information or not. And so some people are just held back by money, but I say penny wise, pound foolish. Okay, thank you.
Hello, good evening. My name is Vijay, and my background is actually nursing. I used to work, I trained in England, and I used to work in England for about 20 years, and then another 20 years in the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and the Emirates. I'm so, really excited about Jeunesse and at the moment I'm studying as a PhD student. I love studying so much. I got into Jeunesse because my sister was suffering from cancer, and I met a couple of people, and then I said, okay, I'm going to get this for my sister. So we tried like 2 reverse a day for her, and she really liked taking it, and I could see it was really helping. She was, her memory was good, her skin was good, and she, even if she refused food, but she always would take her reserve. She was, so we were quite happy with what reserve was doing for her. And then I went on myself, I injured my knee, actually, one of the tendons. I pulled it, a lot of walking on one of my holidays. And then I started taking reserve as well, and I feel much better. Then with Naara, I'm taking Naara for collagen because, your joints get dried up. As you get older, your collagen gets less and less. So Naara's, filling it up, fill the joints so they're back like more youthful. And revitablu as well for healing. I'm a nurse and I am really fascinated with this information that the doctors, when they explain, when you watch the videos, they're just fascinating how reserve actually enters, penetrates the cell, and heals. And you never hear that in hospitals. They always just give you a medicine and say, oh, go and take this medicine. And you'll take that medicine for a long, long, long time. And there's a lot of side effects, and I feel sorry actually for the patient. It's okay like now if you have a problem, but long term there are a lot of side effects. Blood pressure will go up, it blocks arteries. You can even have heart attacks with some medication, and kidney failure, liver failure. So you have to go into that and look at the medication, how safe is it. But this is all natural, reserve is very, very natural, all berries and cherries. And then the revitablu is also made of seaweed and, aloe vera, it's all natural. So there's hardly, and the effect it has, it actually penetrates the cells and heals the cells. In fact, if you go and listen to the video, you'll find out that the pancreas can be healed and even thyroid can be healed. It forms, more cells, and revitablu creates more stem cells, when you consume it. It creates more stem cells in your body, and then it goes to the organs and heals the organs. So I'm like, wow, midnight I can still watch the video, I'm not tired, I just love, honestly, I'm like, wow, I'm just, this is my favorite hobby now, Jeunesse. Midnight, 1 o'clock, I just want to watch the doctors, and I'm thinking, oh my God, we never heard all this in hospitals. In a hospital, your pancreas is finished, it's finished, They never say you can recover, and even brain cells, all these. But there's hope here now. With reserve and with revitablu, they go and heal. This is amazing. I'm like, wow, fascinated. I want to tell everybody. I want to tell 7.5 billion people all about Jeunesse. Honestly, everybody should know about Jeunesse. It's just fantastic, the products, and everybody I see today, my Grab driver, I say, please, and he was like fascinated, I say, yeah, I'm coming. So everybody I see, I just can't stop talking about Jeunesse. I'm just, wow, just amazed with it. I feel it's a blessing. God just brought me here for some reason. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, what a great testimonial. I hope the new people, you have found something to answer to your questions.